morning, Monday, 21st of November. Sorry we've been MIA. I've been back and forth to Oz for a bit. Oh, there's his face. For my Alzheimer's stuff. I'm going to go back again in a week for another 3 days. It's just been a bit crazy, so I haven't been vlogging, but shit's still been happening. Don't panic. So we were gone out of the country for a week, Sunday to Sunday. Came back with 30, not, how many orders? It was like 40.
Yeah, it was about 40, and then we had, like, there was 40 orders in about 6 days, and then we got like another 5, 6, 7 yesterday, so yeah, it was good.
Busy. We have made some changes with the Trademe and the Bricklink, but Tony can talk to you about that later.
Yeah.
This is just a, hey, how's it going? So these are our orders. I've already done those 2 containers there yesterday.
Yeah,
we got back yesterday.
Broke the back of it.
And then I've got all of those. Look at all those bricks. They're going where are they going? Aussie.
This is our biggest order we've got so far. We actually got this overnight, last night. This one's going to Australia. It's 2,100. Sorry, 2,174 1x4 bricks is the main piece in this order, and all of this is their order here.
All of that
their
too.
whole box is actually full of them, and this is overflow. Yeah, so that's going to Australia. That was $514 and I think 73 cents or something like that, not including shipping. So that's our new personal best.
So I'm going to try to figure out how to ship it.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting one.
Plus all down here.
Yeah. Sort of little, we're getting the bigger orders, because my sort of theory behind trying to get through about 40 odd orders is to do the smaller ones and push out as much volume as possible first, and then start to get to the bigger orders that have got more lots to pick. So we're starting to get to the bigger ones. I picked that straight away this morning. There wasn't too many lots in it. It was just, I knew that there was going to be a lot of counting. But yeah, no, it's going good. See what a hot pile there.
But yeah, so we got home 2 a.m, 3 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
All the children are still alive and kicking. We had one of them yesterday. So I'm just trying to open something behind the camera. We walked in here at 3 a.m. with some packages on our doorstep that we'd ordered. Those 2 boxes down there are my bags. So normally we used to buy them. So these are my eco-friendly home compostable shipping bags.
Yeah.
We used to buy them from a local shop in the pack of 100.
And we'd have to drive about 20 minutes to go get it. But there was a couple of issues around supply with them. They always had what we needed. It was around...
Whenever I sent Tony up to get them, they'd give him the wrong ones, and he used to infuriate me.
Yeah, and it was really annoying. And it's we double check, and it's happened to you as well. I think once.
Yeah, and I questioned you, and she's like, "No, they're right." And as I was walking out to the door, she stopped me and said, "Oh no, sorry," because you can get ones that are like the same, but they're not home compostable.
Yeah.
We want the Nature Flex ones. Yeah,
so we used to order in bags of 100, so we decided to go one up and see if we could find a supply that pretty much supplies them. So I'm not 100% sure, but I believe these guys are the people that actually supply them. And these are boxes of 1,000, so we had to actually group some money together to pay for them. But we obviously, buying 1,000, got it cheaper. We got it, cut out the middleman.
It's delivered to our door. A lot of shit delivered to the door.
We don't need to every time we run out of 100, because we'd run out of 100 in about a week.
If that, yeah. With these bigger orders, it's, yeah.
And it'd be like, you've got to order more, or,
And I don't want to change our packaging.
Yeah, we like what we do. So, yeah, box of 1,000 for each, which is good. Yeah.
So that was fun. We wrapped that. Tony got
I can't remember who they're from.
It's like packaging solution. Oh, I can't remember. Some packaging
I've
company here in New Zealand.
On my desk, but
they're called Nature Flex.
So far, that's the best price and result we've got for those. So.
Yeah. We had the big box of filament that Tony had ordered for the 3D printers. You can probably hear that humming away in the background for his child's school project and his dividers.
I've got one printer going with a school project that I'm doing with my oldest boy, and the second one is printing dividers. I finally got some red filament to do dividers again, and it's working out nice. I think it's 92% done. There's these red dividers. I'm just going to pretty much just keep pressing go on that because I want to replace all of the ones we did with the ice cream containers.
Who did them?
You did all of those.
So our packages have been put in the door because my dad and Ella had been coming around to feed the animals. And this little weird envelope was sitting on top of everything. And we're like both like half asleep. What the hell is that? But I opened it immediately.
This is like 3 a.m. in
Yeah.
the morning. I think Sunday morning.
It was a lovely letter from Germany. From one of our people who watch our videos. So I read that at 3 a.m. and it was awesome. So thanks, Jamie and family. This is his Bricklink Store. If anyone's interested, it's closed now, but go check him a visit. That'd be cool.
Looks like he's got 30k parts, nearly 2,000 lots. This might be.
He's just starting out, so it's a bit exciting.
Yeah,
we've all been there, so we know what that's like. But he was not liking all the holes in my walls of all my minifigure pages, and I've still got some around the corner. So he sent me a whole heap to fill in some holes, and I'm so excited.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so excited. Even some real ones like this one. It's I think. What did you say it was, Darling?
That was the German soccer team, I think. I don't
Careful.
quote me. I could be wrong.
Careful.
But they came out with a soccer series, so it's actually going to be cool to look through a couple of these that are a bit rarer. Also, though, it's in German, so that's pretty cool too, because obviously it's from Germany.
Yeah.
So that's real cool. We're really appreciative of that.
It's so exciting. I love it. I'm so excited to redo my wall. Ella, who's 15 and very arty, she's like, I'll do it. She wants to organise my wall for me.
Yeah.
So I'm still, because Tony stuck a fucking lamp in the wall, so I'm still not sure where I'm going.
You could go right across the top.
Yeah, and then Dad's building me a shelf to go there, and then I've still got around here. Oh fuck, there's shit everywhere in here, Tony. Still got some. I haven't even moved them from when my desk was right there. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my desk was here.
Was it here?
No, the PowerPoint was in the middle of my desk.
Was it?
Yeah.
Far out. That takes me back. Yeah, that's right. The shipping bench was here.
Yeah. So I still got them there. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with my. But I'm so excited to get them up. So I've got quite a busy week this week. So I've got the market to do, shipping to catch up on. Oh, that reminds me, a few things around here. Tony and his kids built the pet shop.
Yep.
It is not sitting over here in the dungeon corner for life. It's just till we figure out where to put it.
Yeah.
Oh look, Tony's fail print.
No, that's a good one.
Oh, is it?
I just did them on blue. Yeah, I just did them on blue. These just pop off. That's why it's
okay.
sitting like that. That was me.
But yeah, him and his kids bought the pet house with Rabies cat.
That was a nightmare, to be honest. Because we've all got ADHD, so it was really fun to try and get them to work together because that doesn't work.
I stayed out of it.
Yeah.
And I made Tony buy another little Lego from Trademe, which was $2,500.
Yep, that was a big one. This one here
So it came
is
with
the sort of the contents of the remainder. Oh, and
all this containers is all minifigures and minifigure accessories.
Yeah,
And some animals.
Most expensive lot we've actually paid for up front.
Yeah.
Which was.
I'm still working through it.
Yeah, it's been a lot. They said they quoted about 700 or 800 minifigures. I don't know if there's quite going to be that many.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of value in it. And there was a few Harry Potter sets. There was also the big Harry Potter castle.
That had been opened and used.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of brand new sets.
I parted that out and just put it into the store for used parts. This here wall is the remainder of... These locations do exist. It's the remainder of the wall that's actually going to be brought around here and added to this wall here.
This bit annoys me.
Yeah, it's screwed in, so that's why there's a big gap there. The only reason why that gap there is because it's really annoying.
Yeah.
I didn't go in order because when upon looking at everything, I opened drawers in this one here and it was actually empty. The whole thing was empty and I'd labelled it. So I decided to just relabel that one because I didn't have to relocate everything. So,
but yeah, as you can see, we've just got shit. This side's looking good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And it's getting cleaner and cleaner as I'm moving these down. We're actually making a change in how we do used parts.
I don't want to go near that cord because if I knock it and that printer stops, you're going to yell at me.
The used parts, we're actually going to change all of our coloured bag bins, and we're going to be we're going away from coloured bags now, and we're going to be doing 14 categories. I actually took a spreadsheet that oh, it's not coming to me. David West from can't remember his store. He has a store. It's not coming up in my head.
You can talk about it when you do the full explanation of what we're doing.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going away from that, and we're going to be doing 14 different categories from a sheet that he has ready available for anyone that wants to grab it. So I'll drop that below. I've said I've got to drop it below maybe a couple of months ago.
Yeah, you did.
And I never got to actually looking at the sheet properly and categorising it how we would do it. But I'll drop the original sheet that I worked off. But it's a good way to start if you're wanting to break things down to category. We usually break things down to colour, and we sell it by colour for our used stuff. But now we're going away from that, and we're going to be putting it by part
in the Bricklink
Store.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so that's what we're getting up to. I've been in hospital. I got MRI, PET scanned with radioactive stuff, lumbar puncture, drips in my hand that didn't go to plan. You can kind of see the bruise still there. That was great fun. But yeah, we're just gonna go back to Melbourne next week for one more PET scan.
Yeah.
And then that should be done for this year.
So we may or may not have a vlog out for next week. Because obviously with 3 dead days, it sort of, it leaves...
And this guy, having this guy on holiday with 2 spare days to do whatever the fuck we want in Sydney, do you think he can relax? Do you think he can sit there and relax? No. He makes me get out my notes app on my phone and start planning shit for the business.
Yep. Always go.
Yeah.
Always trying to
That's
run
right.
ahead.
But yeah, I've got to crack on because obviously I've got so many. That's not even all of it.
Nah, that's not all of it. I've got a pile over here too. So.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go make another coffee and get cranking. But yay, welcome back.
Okay, it's about 5:10. Shipping was huge today. Not everything made it to the courier, but everything's now shipped out, packaged up, and either by the door or it went on the courier. The courier has a cut-off time, so that would have gone out at a certain point, and we had to make an executive decision to get most of them out. So yeah, big day. What I'm doing now is just a bit of stock relocation, continuing with trying to get this tidied up. We are getting a whole lot more drawers back. I'll pile there, which is good. I've sort of got a little bit of a method on how I'm tidying up these days. So I've had a little bit of a change around with how I do that. As I pick orders in the mornings, if I've got very little in a drawer that I've picked from, I tend to put it in this lovely little pyramid stack here. So these are all not a lot of pieces in them, sort of just sitting there ready for me to use. And when I go part out, so once I've done a little bit of relocation, I'm going to part out maybe 5 of these. I think we've got 5 or 6. I'm going to part out this, and the first place that I will use for pieces in here that are new that aren't getting reconciled are those there. So I'm not constantly running out of drawers now, which is really good. So I'm getting a bit of a backlog. So slowly but surely these are either selling or they are making their way into smaller drawers, and we're pushing stock through, which is good. So I'm going to relocate probably 20 or 30 drawers a day, and I should have this tidied up, hopefully quite a lot of it done by the end of the week. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to at the moment. It is like I said before, about 5:10, so I'm not sure how much I'll get done. I've been up since 5 in the morning, so I'm reasonably tired, and it's now getting to the point where it's getting close to the end of the day. So I'll see how I go. I might just relocate a whole bunch of drawers and then put this into colours and get it ready for tomorrow, but you never know.
Good morning. Tuesday. We did start a little bit earlier, but it's just been one of those mornings. My new courier bags are extra gluey, so I've got glue stuck with my thumb. We are finally caught up. I have 1 order to pack, and Tony's picking the last order.
Yep.
And then we are back to 0 orders again because we did it.
Yeah, I vlogged yesterday.
Oh.
I said we got to
It's been a day.
we had to send it out.
Yeah, it's been a moment, I'll tell you that. But we're there. Tony's got shit everywhere.
No, it's all part of the Harry Potter series and set I'm doing. I spoke about these today.
still.
So I've just got to pull it apart.
That's not up top of the drawers.
Oh yeah, they're the technical pieces I'm putting away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
And I cleaned up a little bit down there.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit tidy down here, so that made me happy this morning. But yeah, I'm just doing the shipping. That's a customs shipping label for Australia. I'm gonna do my market today.
Yep. Last night I pulled apart some advent calendars for the Harry Potter advent calendars for the market, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've got Looney Tunes minifigures, and because we had a full set -1, we don't have Martian Man's cape, so we're selling them individually. What else? Disney Series 2, because I don't have one of the Frozen chicks, her cape. What's her name? Anna.
Elsa. Anna?
Not the blonde.
Anna is the white-haired princess. White-haired
No,
princess.
that's Elsa. Elsa's the blonde one.
Oh no, here we go.
It's
No, I'm sure I'm right. Elsa's the ginger. We'll soon see.
No, Elsa is...
Lose your wager?
Yep. Done. Elsa, Frozen.
Oh yeah, you are right, I think.
I am right. Suck it. I win. Yeah. So I haven't got Anna's cape, so I'm selling them individually as well. I have a full series 2 of Harry Potter.
Yeah. So we actually haven't spoke about that much.
Yeah, it's from that lot that I made Tony spend $2,500 on with all those Lego containers. Sorry, I'm yawning.
We brought a big lot a wee while ago, and we've been slowly working through it. And there was a lot of pretty much just about complete series minifigures, which was lucky. We didn't buy them on the notion that there was going to be those. There was just a whole lot of minifigures, and then once we started looking through them and sort of
categorising them into Star Wars, Harry Potter, collector.
We started to figure out some of these series as we're complete. So we've actually sold a couple of full sets to people.
Yeah, there was a Simpsons set we sold, Simpsons series set.
Yeah.
What else did we sell? DC?
I can't remember the other one.
Was it DC? Yeah, because it wasn't Marvel. It was DC.
It wasn't Marvel because we put the Marvel in the shop, and that's been selling alright.
No, I'm sure it was DC. But yeah, we're slowly tickering through them. Lots of stuff in there though. Heaps of Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're gonna do my market, so I'll get that done. Still haven't redone my wall with my present.
I think yesterday was just catch up. Today we'll probably...
Yeah, I didn't get away from this computer for shipping until like 4 o'clock, so...
2, 4...
But it's alright. I'm nearly done. Oh my god.
What are you doing, Dad? You said you slept alright.
I slept really well last night.
69.10.
But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to do the groceries today.
Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with my Shrieking Shack today. There's about six of them. So I'll do that after. I've got another print on the go. These. Print another 60 overnight, which was good. They take about 16 or 17 hours or something, so take a wee while, but that's good. So I'm slowly getting to the point where I can start replacing some of these ice cream container lids.
Yep. Oh, we're going to go to Kmart. We might do that on Friday when we pick up decks.
What for?
My luggage.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Need new luggage.
Yeah, just pottering around. Today I'll do some more relocating, tidying up, continuing to put some in. Yeah, carrying on.
Carrying on. Yeah, so yeah, just touch base, but I'll touch base later with some of my market.
Yep. Okay, it's just after lunch, and I'm finally getting into the Shrieking Shack. So I'm going to take a stab at this. I've organised into colours, most of it all. It's going to work away. I pulled apart one set a couple of weeks ago for a market to grab out some minifigures and bits and pieces. So I'm going to slowly work at putting this in. 5,000 parts, $2,000 worth, 6-month average, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll slowly start pottering and getting that sorted. It's probably the only task I do for the afternoon, up until dinner time, because I've got to stop and get my boy from school, so that's what I'm up to. Okay, it's 8:15 at night. Still Tuesday. I wasn't letting this get past me for another day. So I've done 4,477 parts, $1,350 worth. Now the reason why it's dropped is because I've taken a few things away, especially the with the Harry Potter sets, those chocolate frog cards. They all come in you know, the quantities, and so it basically inflates the price a little bit. Once you actually enter in how many you've got, it brings it down a little bit. But I've given the chocolate frogs for now to Philippa, and a few other little pieces for her market this week, so they'll be in there first, and then I'll get them after that. But quite a few new pieces. As you can see, my lovely red divider's in action. I'm really happy with how that's going at the moment. Still got some there. They're going to fully replace these. I'm pretty much just having the machine on 24/7 now. It's about a 16-17 hour print, and it's just working away. And those ones are already done. I've just got to check them over them just to double check there's no defects or anything before I just chuck them in the pile. But yeah, so that's going good. Good to finish the day and get this one done, and start to work towards getting those parts up tomorrow. Not 100% sure, but could be attacking finally this one here. We've got 10 of them. We've accumulated them over a wee while, but what was happening was these weren't parted out to Bricklink yet. So we got up to 10, having a quantity of 10 of them, which doesn't really happen for us getting that many. So it's going to be a bit of work involved in that one, especially with bigger pieces being a Super Mario set. I know Pip's going to have a few of these things for her market, but obviously she's not going to have all 10 of the whole lots of minifigures. But yeah, so that'll probably be tomorrow's job, I would imagine. But for now, I'm going to click upload on this and call it a day. Wednesday morning. Just had a few orders sort of slowly trickle through yesterday. I'm trying to make a habit of showcasing them a little bit more rather than showing that we've picked the orders and sort of got them out to the courier. So I've got up this morning and picked the orders. And here we have 3 Disney minifigures. Nice little ones as well, to be honest. There's one bigger one, which I'll leave for a little bit, just to get some other stuff done, because obviously I'm well ahead of Pip's process here. Some more minifigures, and a few of those. Ghostbusters minifigure, that sells for quite a bit, so that was a good one. A couple more minifigures. Bits and pieces, a few locals today as well. I think there's about 3 of them out of the 8, which are actually either we will drop off because they're within a walking distance, sort of driving distance from our house, and it's convenient, or they're picking up, so that's pretty good. This one here is a relatively new customer. They reached us out to us on Facebook yesterday, so we sorted that out. And then that order too. And this one here is just quite a few bits and pieces. Yeah, we also got woken up to that. Another print. So I'll get that off and start the next print shortly. What else is there? Today I am going to be doing the Super Mario, I think it's Cat Peach Castle or something like that. Should be around here somewhere. Doing this one today, so I'm looking forward to that. A few of those will go for Pip's Market, but it's going to be a bit of work for me, which is all good. Alrighty. So we have here, I've just got a couple of things I wanted to talk about, and what I might do is flip you around. There we go. Now, there was a couple of things on Bricklink that I'm not sure if it's a me issue or whether it's a Bricklink issue, and I sort of wanted to talk about those things a little bit to see if anyone else is having the same struggles or the same bits and pieces happening. One of them is I'll relocate an item sometimes and it won't have saved, and it'll sort of go back to the original location. I'm not sure if it's because maybe I'm not clicking the button enough and saying okay and making the change, or whether it's or whether for some reason Bricklink has this issue. So what I've done to sort of mitigate my errors, because what happens is once I've done that and I've relocated something and I go to sell it and pick it, it's not in the location it suggests, it's in the a new location, and I've got a lot of drawers here so it's very hard to find, and it becomes an issue, and it's becoming sort of random when it happens. I guess that's based on when it sells. I'm not sure why it comes about, but I've noticed it a few times lately where it's been things that I've directly done sort of the day before or the day before that, and it's gone back. So I'm not sure what's happening, but what I've done to actually mitigate that is write down every relocation I do. So if I relocate it from L114 to E77, I'll write it down, and that way I've got myself a snail trail sort of thing, and if for some reason we sell it and it's in the original location, I can go and look down one side and say, oh yep, well that's there, and actually figure out where it's gone to. I'm not sure why, and I don't really want to go through the process of double and triple checking things. I think that would be very time consuming. I'm not sure. Yeah, it'd be good to understand why it's doing that. I want to know if other people are having that issue, or whether it's just a me issue, because if it's just a me issue, then it's probably me. But yeah, so that's cool. So that's something that's been sort of bothering a little bit. The second thing, remember the second thing now. So the second thing is, for some, and I think I've talked about this in the past, where you'll sell an order, and for some reason the stocks that are fully sold are, I get a little X. There's probably a good oh no, it's not on those. So basically, if something's sold out on Bricklink, when I'm picking my order, I select the little box down the bottom that says show quantity remaining, because I like to sort of look at the quantity remaining, see if it's sort of relevant to how much it is, so that just in case there's issues there. And if something's sold out, there's an X. Obviously, a lot of people will know that. This X is sometimes a red 0, and the red 0 suggests that I'm retaining the stock, I'm retaining the location, but I'm just out of stock of it, so it needs to be put more stock in that location. I don't tick the box to retain anything, and it's really random, and I've noticed specifically on overseas orders it happens. Not on all of them. It's probably like maybe 1 in 50 or 1 in 30 or something, so, but it's really random how it happens. And then all of the items in that order that have run out of stock are red 0s. I'm not sure why that is. Specifically, I've shipped, I think, 2 or 3 orders to China, and it's happened every single time it's gone out to China. I'm unsure why that is. So I wanted to see whether I know that's not a me issue, because it happens for entire orders rather than randomly throughout the inventory, and it might have been suggesting that I uploaded some parts and then decided to retain the stock sometimes. So I wanted to sort of reach out and see if anyone else has had that issue, because it's a rather odd one, and it's really annoying, because what I have to do in my process is actually go into the retained stock locations and delete them. The easiest thing for me is to, because they automatically get stock roomed, is to go into the stock room option and then list by quantity, and obviously everything with a 0 should be 0, but me being me, I like to double check that it is 0, and it's not an issue where I've sort of stock roomed it or something like that. So yeah, I'm unsure what's the issue there. And obviously if you import it to Brick Store, like your whole store, you open it up in Brick Store, it'll come up with a whole lot of errors suggesting that there's errors for this quantity, but it's not, it's 0, and yeah, I don't know. So I'm unsure why it's doing that. Wanted to see if anyone else had those issues, and not relating to issues, but the last thing I wanted to talk about was minifigures and selling them on Trademe and Bricklink and the differences. So recently we've actually decided to go away from selling on Trademe. Main reason is, and I'm sure that people that sell on eBay can relate to this a bit as well, because I know that Trademe and eBay have similar ways about selling, but also fees are now pretty similar. Trademe used to be about 7.9%, and I think we'd get a discount for if we sort of ticked a few boxes for top seller and stuff like that. There's all sorts of bits and pieces as to why you get reduced fees. But Trademe have decided to up their fees to 10%, or 9.9 to be specific, and it made us sort of go back and have a look at what we do on Trademe and how we sell things and the process and just the whole thing in general. Trademe, when we first started, probably a couple of years ago is when things started to get somewhere with both Bricklink and Trademe in combination. And Trademe used to sell about 2 or 3 times more than Bricklink. Obviously, when you're a new user, you'll understand that to get sales, you have to have lots of different lots and quantities of those lots. And it can be hard as a new user to gain the sales. You might see like one sale every couple of days. You might see one sale a day. On Bricklink, it can be a time-consuming wait as you sort of build up your inventory and gain those sales, and then you start to get some consistency going. But yeah, so we found with Trademe it was a lot better. We could appeal to a market where people who didn't understand how to use Bricklink could buy minifigures. It was very good, very easy. We would take a photo, we'd have a listing details, and we'd chuck it on Trademe. Downside of Trademe was the time consuming part. I would have to sit there for maybe an hour or two listing a whole lot of stuff. It would be time consuming. If you don't understand, I've only actually just looked into fees for Bricklink. I've never really understood how it works. I just know we get charged once a month, and to me it was never out of the ordinary or excessive, so I thought I don't need to look into this too much. There's tiers to how Bricklink fees work, and some of you would know, but some of you might not. You might not have had a look like me. And how the fees work on Bricklink is the first $500 you sell a month, you get charged at 3% of your sale price. The second 500 is at 2%, so it reduces by 1%. That's not an additional 2, that's just a reduction of 2. A reduction of 1. And then anything after you sell $1,000 on Bricklink is only charged at 1%. So once I learned that, I started to really think about why I was selling on Trademe. Trademe required a lot more work. Philippa was involved in the process with taking photos. She would send the photos to me, then I would put them on Trademe. I would have to alter listing details and stuff to reflect the minifigure. It can be a time-consuming process, and then to get charged more, and then also the probably the harshest part was we were finding that Trademe we'd only ever sell something if something was on sale. Like, it would be very, very low amount of sales if we didn't have a sale on. And Trademe, we were a store. To be able to actually use the ability to put a sale on, you have to be a store. So that there costs $90 a month. Otherwise, you're not able to put things on sale on Trademe. So yeah, it was difficult. And you also, to be able to list volumes of product, you have to be able to get volumes of sales. You can't just go ahead and list 300 or 400 listings without being able to push out the volume. So to have to keep ticking that box, and also the amount of fees and the store fees, we decided to actually step away from Trademe. And on that, I didn't actually realize what would happen.
So obviously Trademe is sort of, we're only, at the moment there's only about 30 listings on there. You're allowed to have up to 50. We took down the store. I'm just a regular user now that's in trade or something like that. I'm not sure. I think that's just to suggest you're a business or something, or you're selling on Trademe for a profit. I'm not sure. But we decided to do that. So upon doing that, we shifted all our minifigures back to Bricklink. And obviously you'll notice today, days like today, there's a lot of minifigures in there. So to go full circle on the whole situation, we've been doing a whole lot of extra work for Trademe, and Trademe does produce the sales when there's a sale on, which is good, but we've been doing all this extra work for Trademe when Bricklink might have been originally the better idea. Looking at it now, obviously to start with, if you're a smaller seller, it is a better way to sell things easier on Trademe because you can get the sales, and sometimes when you're a smaller seller it's very hard to get the sales, and sometimes people don't even look at your store. So I can understand when we were smaller it was actually justified, but now that we're of decent size, we have no problem selling minifigures. So now we're selling them at lower fees, less work, which is really good. It means I don't have to do. So when I sell a minifigure on Trademe, I would have this minifigure in the stock room of Bricklink, so I know I've got quantity of it. I know I've got, you know, how much of them and all the rest of it, and then I would just minus one off. So I would go from tab to tab to sort of minus one off. People might be thinking, well, that's a, you know, there's a lot of work, it sounds like, involved, and yeah, it was, but I just had to make sure everything was equal, because a couple of times we actually double sold on both Bricklink and Trademe, and it was, yeah, we had to problem solve that situation. But yeah, I just thought I'd express my thoughts on comparing the two. It might have originally been a good idea, but recently with Trademe's fees going up, we actually started to look at our bigger picture, and it definitely didn't go in Trademe's favour. I guess when you boil it down, both Bricklink, both Trademe and eBay are auction sites. That's where I sort of went with it, and for a smaller scale business that sells things at, you know, not huge volumes and not huge amounts of dollars, without having to push a sale, it didn't really make much sense to us. So I'm not sure whether eBay has different usability and sorts of the things that I found issues with, but I know that eBay has similar issues with fees. The fees are probably cross-comparable. So yeah, just something to think about. I guess that's my sort of thoughts on it. Maybe it might help people who do similar things. I'm not sure. But yeah, we don't seem to have a problem at pushing minifigures on Bricklink anymore as much as we used to. Yeah, that's sort of my summary of that. But yeah, so I'm going to get into, I've actually got my boy this morning, so I've got to take him to school. So I'm going to take a break here from doing all this bits and pieces, and then I'll probably start sorting the Super Mario sets after this, after he's at school, and yeah, hopefully I can push them in today, because that'll be another maybe 4,000 parts, I think, and 30 odd minifigures. So yeah, carrying on.
Alrighty, so I've got 10 of these. Now quite a few of the pieces are in the lounge because I was just in front of the TV sorting them into colours and parts and stuff like that. Only the little bags left. There's only a little bit. Not too bad. Some of it will go to Pip for her market to help finish off that. And I'll start my way down the list. I've just got to bring through my remarks for the store, and then we can get underway. And then I'll slowly put these away, and then I'll bring out the rest, because I've only got sort of the bench to work with, and 10 sets, 4,500 parts, as I figured with the last lot of sets. It was quite tight squeeze on the bench, and I'd rather have more bench space to work with so I can spread the pieces out and find the pieces faster. But yeah, so we're going to start this. Hopefully we can get it finished today. I'm not sure. Got a few things on this afternoon outside of Lego stuff, so we'll see how we go.
Hey team, it's Wednesday night, market's just finished. This is my market. Sorry, I'm trying to film. And then it went into the floor. Because I ran out of room. But we sold $295 worth. So that's pretty cool. So now we've got a bit of shipping tomorrow. Is that the Harry Potter advent calendars? You can see it's done there. Sold actually quite a bit of them. Disney and Looney Tunes. So market done for another week. But yeah, that's what my dining room table looks like most weeks. I think Tony's still working if we go right here. You say. Boo. He's counting because he's trying to put in the he's trying to put in the Mario set, the Big Princess Castle. So I'm just going to leave him to it. But yeah, market's done for another week, and then next week we're in Oz because I got to go back on Monday. We get home Wednesday, so no market next week. But good effort this week.
All right. 9:03. Finally got there in the end. Just about to upload this. A little bit less than it started off with, only because Pip would have taken some stuff for a market, and these are all new locations and drawers and stuff like that. So worked out all right. Those are some stockroom stuff. Stockroom overflow stuff that are going that way. But yeah, worked out all right. Finally got there in the end today. Happy to get this off the bench. It was a bit higgledy-piggledy. The market went pretty good too, from what I hear, so that's good. But yeah, that'll be another 4,200 parts in the shop, and we'll carry on and hit it again tomorrow. Thursday morning. Another one of these done. Had another print going on for my son's school project, and sort of turned out a little bit like this. It's been going overnight. You sort of run the risk when you hit go and you walk away, you don't get the ability to check back again. But yeah, it's a mess. Surprised it didn't give up. Was that too tight? Yeah, it might have given up at some point or something, because that doesn't look like all the filament, but seems to be in the right spot. Don't know. We'll never know. Okay, so I've picked the Bricklink orders for the morning. We'll go through them. We've got just a few easy pieces there. This is one of our market customers. They've gone and ordered from Bricklink as well, so I've got to add to this order with the market contents. This is just the Bricklink orders here, so a couple of Hermione's and a couple of Harry Potter tiles. Little bits and pieces here, nothing really too flashy. Same again, a couple of those. One of these is going, I think it's going to America, which is pretty cool. A couple little things down here, 25 of each. And the most, the biggest order, looks like they're rebuilding a ghost house, which is pretty cool. They got both sticker sheets here, and there was a couple of the ghosts in there, and a few bits and pieces. So this is all. I immediately noticed once with the sheets, but also with quite a few of the bulks and stuff. It's all very Ghostbusters themed there, so it looks like that's what they're up to. So I'm going to stop here, and I will pick the market orders now. Just the one edition with that order, and there's a few other market orders. I think there's about half a dozen or something. I won't show their faces, names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 customers. So we have quite a few to go through. I think it's our biggest market in terms of listings and our biggest market in terms of amounts sold, which is good. So yeah, I'll pick those orders and get them all ready for pip. Alright, now picked the market orders, so I've turned all the names over so no one can see the details. This here is in addition to an existing order. It's a lot of Harry Potter stuff, mainly stuff from the advent calendar. They got 3 of those, and 3 of those, and some used advent calendar stuff, I think from previous years of Harry Potter, and all the other orders that aren't added with Bricklink orders are all down here. So this one here has a Disney minifigure with a lot of those. They came from the Super Mario set. They were quite popular. They all went, and also someone was asking for some more of them. So yep, there's this one here. This was also quite popular. It was a used piece, a bridge from a used lot we had. And some bits and pieces. There's some more, there's, as you see, just some bits and pieces that were joined together in a used lot. Some birds, yeah, Harry Potter advent calendar stuff, just the one Mickey Mouse back there, and then we've got one of those, more Harry Potter advent calendar stuff here. So quite a fair bit of that stuff that was quite popular. Super Mario again, I was happy to sell one of these. We had 3 of them in the market, so that's cool. And they bought a few of their bits and pieces too, because we opened the set that this one came in, as well as 10 of those yesterday that was the expansion pack. So that's cool. This is all greenery, which is always quite popular. Same with that, there's some wood pieces there, and greenery, and this here is just a stack of minifigures, just collector minifigures. They're all pretty much Looney Tunes and a few Disney ones in there. So yeah, so pretty good market all in all. I think we sold about $300 worth, which is good. We sell them for cheaper than Bricklink, but also we're just trying to build up a little bit of an audience for our own platform, and yes, this is pretty much how we are approaching replacing Trademe, if you will, and everything that doesn't sell goes into Bricklink, and that's my uploads for today. So that's what I'm going to get onto after I drop my son off at school. I'll get into that, but yeah, carrying on. Just to give you a quick idea of how the market went, Pip's probably taken a video. Some of it sells, some of it doesn't. Minifigures don't tend to be hugely popular, but you know, some of them sell as well, and if it's not up for sale, it doesn't have a chance to sell, so that's cool. And then there's also stuff on the floor that's sold as well. So yeah, gives you a bit of an idea on how we sort of showcase it and sell it. Alright, it's closer to lunchtime on Thursday. The shipping's all sorted. So this is the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Quite a fair bit of it went into the market this week. Things that didn't sell are now, it's my job to start to put them into the store. So I'm going to make my way through this. This is a full Advent Calendar, 3 sets of them. But obviously I won't have 3 sets. Some of the stuff sold. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be just organising through this, seeing what's left over and popping it in. Okay, it's just after lunch, and I've gone and done the Advent Calendar, the Harry Potter one. Few pieces sold, but overall not too bad of an upload. The minifigures are the cool part. Quite a few there, so that's good. But yeah, $309 worth, 886 parts. So it all adds to the total. So I'll upload that and get into the next one. I think I've got the Peach Super Mario sort of starter pack is next. I think it's about 200 and something pieces, so I'll get that up on the bench and start work on it. Okay, finally at the end of my day. That's the Super Mario Peach set. Just the starter set. I think it's pretty much everything out of there. We sold one Peach and a few of the
greenery and flowers, but just about everything else is included. Those are the new bits, so I'll be just whacking them in the wall once I'm done. But yeah, that's another upload done.
Happy Friday. We've done a little bit today. I've already packed some orders. They're in the bucket. Tony's picking another, what, 4? 2? 4? I don't know.
Not too many. 2 orders haven't paid yet, so they're sort of sitting there. They're smaller orders, like a minifigure there. There's 2 orders there. They have to go out. They're paid, so that's cool. And that'll probably be the end of shipping. We've got a few orders over there. And I'm going to put this one away. I've got 5 of these sets. One of the Wakanda Forever sets, which is cool. It's a sunbird. So I've got 5 of those to put away, and that's pretty much going to finish out my week, I think.
Yeah, we're late starting today because me and Tony went for a walk last night to the shops, and he bought a new PlayStation game, and then got home, put it in the PlayStation. What happened, darling?
It was incompatible because I bought the PS5 version and not the PS4 version, so...
Dumbass. So we had to wander on back to the shops this morning, and they let us change it, which was very nice. But then he also bought another game for the Switch as well.
Yep, so that'll be some fun time.
We've got Declan this weekend, Mr. 11-year-old.
Yep.
So, but Odie him.
Yeah, so it's going to be a quieter weekend, which is good.
Yeah, he's happy as long as he's got a computer or a PlayStation in his face, so he's easy to please. But yeah,
85.
nice cruisy end to the week of catch up from Australia. We were meant to be going back to Melbourne on Monday, but my appointment in Melbourne Hospital got cancelled because they don't have the radioactive stuff they inject me with before my PET scan. That has been postponed until February.
Yeah, so it means I can continue working next week.
Yeah, someone's happy about it. But yeah, so I will carry on with this, but I think this is about all I'm doing today, to be fair. I don't think I'm doing much else.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Okay, so here's the Wakanda Sunbird set, Wakanda Forever. I got 5 of them, and last night, sort of I sat on the, get the sticker sheets as well, I sat on the bed and parted them out to sort of pieces, colours sort of thing, partly, not all the way. So I've got a little bit of work to do in sorting, but this one's a nice and easy one. Only 111 lots, which is good. Won't take me too long to sort of put a dent into it and then be able to identify things and just work through that. So I'm going to slowly work through this. This is probably my last thing I will do today. And I'll get to editing the vlog and getting that uploaded before the weekend. But yeah, we'll carry on. And just before lunch, I have whacked it into the store reasonably quickly. Not too bad. It's my last upload for the week, so that's me signing off. See you next time.